just like not move at all, like it'd be like perfect.
It's gonna be hard for me to do. Welcome back to the Queen Jinx channel. I appreciate you all coming back in for another video. We will be continuing our process of ranking kits. We're going to be trying to get all these out of the way, so we're kind of overloading these a little bit, but hey, it's the start of the season. We're trying to get them out of the way. I am joined today by the casual, aka Adam. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. Hi, everybody.
So today we are switching things up from a major league and doing things a little bit small on the smaller scale. We are going to be looking at the League of Ireland. And League of Ireland, if you're unfamiliar, has 10 teams, and it is not on your regular uh, schedule like the Premier League or the French League or anything like that. It's on a similar schedule as MLS. But nonetheless, there's 10 teams, and before we get into it, we will be updating our most recent poll, which at the time of filming this video, not 100% sure what our most recent poll is going to be, but if you look to my, where Adam is, you're going to see the most recent poll, so let us know if you agree with that or disagree with that. So that said, we're going to get right into it, and instead of going in ABC order, we're going to switch it up a little bit and just go with the current standings and go down. So that means the head of the table is up first, Shamrock Rovers. And Adam, I don't think this is a terrible kit. It's a bit of a Celtic vibe to it. To be honest with you, this may be my number one if it wasn't for the sponsor. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think the color completely goes against it. And I think that maybe that's because it actually reminds me of the Irish flag, which is on your shirt, by the way. And but nonetheless, it still does look a little bit out of place. But I do like the jersey or the kit, and in that case, I've got a number 3.
Wow. Okay. I'm a little taken aback here. I agree with you. I mean, technically speaking, like the colors of the Irish flag are there. I don't know. I feel like the sponsor is just completely out of place and taken away from this one. I really like it. Take away the sponsor. I do really like this one. I mean, I like the green and white stripes. I like the kind of, I guess you could say, embossed design. I can't really make out what the design is on the back there, but or I should say in the background. But yeah, sorry, the sponsor just ruins this one for me. So Shamrock Rovers, I've got you ranked last and 10th.
So we're going to go right on to St. Patrick's Athletic, and I don't think the sponsor takes away from this jersey at all. But at the same time, I don't like it. It looks like a West Ham or Aston Villa reject shirt. I've got it at 10th.
Okay. Well, we are starting off on opposite ends of the spectrum for this one. If you've seen any of our other videos, for the most part, we've been pretty close, except for a couple here and there. But maybe we'll get closer as the video goes on here. I've got St. Patrick's kind of ranked in the middle. I don't know. For me, it just falls in that category of your typical red and white kits. The only thing I do like about it is that it does have just a little bit of kind of yellow gold trim in a few areas, which I do feel goes with the team crest. So for that reason, right smack dab in the middle, I've got St. Patrick's 5th.
So we are going to move on to Sligo Rovers, and this to me just looks like your basic, red and white kit, but I do kind of like it. I don't think it's terrible. I like how the pinstripes go right up to the sponsor, unlike those 32 red, I think it is,
Yeah.
which they're just
God.
completely blocked out. So I don't think it takes away too much from it. In fact, I think it kind of fits it. It's just your basic red white kit. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. I've got it pretty much smack dab in the middle at 6.
Yeah, so Sligo Rovers, I mean, another red and white one. I agree with everything that Jeremy said. I mean, nothing about it's bad. It's just kind of I guess you could say maybe we're jaded towards red and white kits because there's so many of them. Yeah, don't think it looks bad. I mean, it doesn't give me the overwhelming sense of liking it either. So for that reason, I too have Sligo ranked sixth.
Oh, okay. We hit one. And that's hard. It's actually kind of impressive considering there's only 10.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go on to Derry City, located in Londonderry or Derry, depending on if you are Irish or North Irish. And being the lone representative of North Ireland, I am a little bit biased. And yes, it does kind of remind me of something like Sheffield United. But uh, I'm guilty of being a little biased on this. I have it in fourth.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I could have honestly with these red and white ones, I probably could have mixed them up in any order and would have made no difference to me. But again, this one, I apologize if I sound like I'm got my Spotify on repeat or something like that. But it's just another red and white kit for me. I personally felt that I don't know, for some reason I guess I was basing these off sponsors. It seems like anyways, but I kind of felt like I mean the sponsor works. I feel like, but I felt like it just maybe stood out a little bit more than I liked. So for that reason, Derry City got seventh for me.
Yeah, I agree. The colors are the same colors as like the crest, but it does kind of stick out a little bit. I agree with that.
Mhm.
So we're going to go on to the historic Bohemian and Dublin. And Adam, although this is a red-based kit, I do love the black stripes on it. I love the collar. To me, it didn't have much competition. I've got this at number one.
All right. So let me just say thank you, Bohemians, for getting us away from the red and white. I absolutely love the black and red. I think it's a great looking kit. The sponsor, everything looks great. The crest looks great. I like the design, kind of the abstract looking design on the red stripes. Um, this was a tough decision for me. I know Jeremy said that there wasn't anything that really he felt competed with it, but I went put Bohemians in second.
I think I may know who you have number one. So we'll go.
Uh, I don't know. You might be surprised.
And by the way, shout out to Seamus for wearing this kit, which made me see what this looked like on a live human. And Seamus is in the WWE. If you don't know who that is, it looked really good. So we're going to go right on to Drageda. And, same thing I said about the other kit. It looks like a West Ham and Aston Villa recheck kit. I don't like it. I've got this at ninth.
Gotcha. Yeah. So when I pulled this one up, I had to kind of do one of these things and clear my vision, make sure I hadn't accidentally pulled up an Aston Villa kit. But I think you're going to be surprised. I actually really like this one, even though it looks like almost a carbon copy of Aston Villa. I like the color combination. I know they changed it up a little bit with the kind of the gold trim here and there. What puts this one over the top for me is the fact that they've worked in the team crest on the left side, kind of left rib cage of the kit there. I don't know why. Can't really explain it. I feel like under normal circumstances, I probably would have ranked this one really low. But I love how they put the team crest into the kit design as well. So surprisingly, I went with this one in first place.
Oh, that's not who I thought you had in first. Okay.
That's why I said you'll probably be surprised to have first on this one.
Okay. Well, I mean, you like what you like.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go right on to the Finn Harps, and this is my number two, which I thought might have been yours. So I like that it's a little bit different in Ireland. It's got the blue, the white, the faded into the white. I don't know why. This actually reminds me of Cardiff City, not the current knockoff jersey that Cardiff City has, but Cardiff City in previous years. I really like this kit, so I've got it a second.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely partial to blue. Maybe not quite as partial in this video as I have been in some of the past ones. but I do like the design on the chest. It's not overwhelming or anything like that. I think it works. So Finn Harps for me got fourth.
Okay. So we're going to go on to a blue and white kit that I think does not work, and that is Waterford. And I have them in eighth. Typically, I do like collars, but this one just looks. Well, actually, as I mentioned just a second ago, Cardiff City kind of looks like a cheap knockoff kit that you'd get at the fake store down the road. This one kind of gives me that vibe too, to be honest with you. Like the sponsor fits. It's nothing that really just it's nothing that doesn't fit to the actual color scheme to it, but I don't like the larger trim on the sleeves than normal, and I don't like the way the collar looks. So I've got it in eight.
I'm a little bit shocked here. But so as I said before, I'm partial to blue, except on this one. Pretty much repeating what Jeremy said. I mean, this looks like a cheap shirt. I absolutely hate the collar. Don't like the white trim on the sleeves the way Jeremy was explaining. I mean, it's pretty basic, but I just don't like it. It seems cheap. And that for that reason, Waterford, you get eighth for me.
So did we? We did. We scored on another one. So we'll go on to Dundalk, which was the first team that I had ever heard of in the League of Ireland years and years back. And, they go with a pretty basic kit as well. They do have the sponsor a little bit higher up than most, which kind of, gives you more of a, more on the player's pecs versus the actual like center. So I like the way this kit looks. I just don't think they did enough for me that other kits did. And to be honest with you, Fulham should take notes because this is how you do a black and white kit, not what the heck they just did this year. But that said, I do like the kit, but it's just not as out there as the other ones. So I actually have it at seventh. But on any given day, I could have this one as high as fifth.
So for me, I would have it ranked much higher if it wasn't for the kind of the odd golden purple sponsor on here. Wasn't really a fan of that. Other than that, I like it. I agree with pretty much everything that you said, but sponsor ruins it for me, unfortunately. I've got Dundalk ranked ninth.
Okay. So coming up the end, we have Longford Town, and this looks like a not as good version of Bohemians, in my opinion. I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong. It's just after seeing Bohemians, how they did their red and white, and then seeing this one, it just kind of took it away a little bit for me. But I still like it. I've got it in fifth, right in the dead center, basically. But I wish the sponsor stands out a little bit too much to my liking, just because it's completely white. But other than that, I can't say too much about it. But fifth.
Yeah, I mean that was my thought exactly. I was like, wait a minute, did I just pull up Bohemian again? But I mean, obviously the biggest difference being is that on the Bohemians kit, their sleeves are entirely black, where the stripes are on this one. I still do like the red and black much better than the red and white. I guess the only part where I agree but disagree is that I do feel that compared to Bohemians, the sponsor does stick out a little bit more. But when I looked at kind of live shots, I didn't feel like it stuck out that much. So I actually gave Longford Town third, right behind Bohemians.
Okay. So there we go. That was a pretty short video. League of Ireland. They have some. Hey, I watch the league whenever I get a chance to. I watch the Jerry Cities games whenever I can. If you haven't checked out the league, I do recommend you checking it out. Hey, they're up there. I mean, they get some qualifying matches too, just like the other leagues do for the Europa and the Champions League. So go check them out if you can. There's a lot of historic clubs in there, a lot of old clubs. So that said, what'd you think of our rankings? What'd you think of our number ones? What'd you think of our last place? And hey, head over to our Instagram. Make sure you give us a follow because we're going to have a poll on this video. And that said, I hope everybody has an amazing week and everybody stay safe.
Bye, everybody.